Oh, wow. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just me going, oh, but it's really, this is powerful. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Rapid K-Mate. Today we are checking out Ren Suicide. This is a reaction to this song. Obviously, this is some dark subject matter, so definitely a trigger warning for you right now. I found Ren through Hi Ren, which was absolutely mind-blowing. It was the first song that I heard from Ren, and it absolutely just blew me away. He's such a talented songwriter, performer, rapper, vocalist. He's so impressive, and it just sounds so honest and true, you know. And when he stood up in Hi Ren, that moment meant so much to me. Let me know if you found Ren through Hi Ren as well, because again, I found him through that, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. I'm excited to check this out. I'm a bit nervous, but I know it's gonna be good. I trust in the Ren. I believe in the Ren. Let me know in the comment section below if you had the same kind of hesitation that I felt for this. Because I do. I have this hesitation, which is crazy because I never do. But with such dark subject matter, obviously it can touch you in that certain way. And if you've ever had suicidal thoughts or those dark thoughts in your head, and I've definitely been there multiple times, this is subject matter that can be quite hard to go through. So I am excited to check it out. Before we get into it, though, guys, hit this video with a like, subscribe to the channel. I upload every single day of the week. I've decided we're going to do every single day because I just am loving making YouTube content. I do reactions, I do gameplay, so definitely consider subscribing. Also, if you want a live interaction vibe, I'm live on Twitch 6 days a week. Check me out, twitch.tv/Mr. Rapid K-Mate. But enough of that. Let's check out Ren Suicide. Right off the bat, this art style is crazy.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Wow. Okay, so I'm sorry to pause it already, but it's such a different vibe to Hi Ren. I think the only song I know is Hi Ren, and I listened to another one. I can't remember what it was called, but it was another rap song, and this is right off the bat. This is giving you, it's kind of blowing my mind because it's so chill and relaxing. It doesn't sound like, with a subject like suicide, you'd think it would just be a different vibe altogether. It's throwing me for a loop, and the art style is so, I don't know. It kind of gives me. It makes me feel like this is what it's like to have ADHD or something, you know, the way it's constantly changing. And, you know, I don't know, I don't have ADHD, but, you know, it's the way the art is just constantly evolving and changing, gives me that impression. And I love that, looking at this landscape here, it's also like, it's quite dystopian and dark and depressing. I'm wondering if it factors into it. Let's get back to it. I have a problem.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side.
Oh no,
suicide, suicide, suicide.
It almost looks like claymation.
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Oh wow.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide.
Oh, sorry. Wow, I'm really drawn into this. This is really, this melody is just really drawing me in, and the way he's rapping is so non-aggressive. I like it. It sounds like passive thoughts, which is what those dark thoughts are. They're passive thoughts. It's, for me at least, what I've experienced is it's those. It's never yelling. It's never yelling. It's always like, it's almost like it's like a. It's not a whisper, but it's like a quiet, calm tone. And that's the scary thing about it, is how non-aggressive it is. Because that's that inner dialogue, that little evil person on the inside. And I think it's a different way to look at it, because if you look at High Ren, High Ren, it's such a more like aggressive version of that voice. But this is, I feel like, showing more of a day-to-day version of that voice. I'm really trying to pay attention to the lyrics too.
Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit.
My skin felt counterfeit.
Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
My skin felt counterfeit. That's such a... again, like, the amount of times I have had this where I feel like the person I see in the mirror isn't the person that I feel that I am, or... Oh, it's words that evoke such strong feelings, and it's something you can only say if you've felt it. If you haven't felt it, you couldn't say it.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Is he saying that never really felt like the right time to commit the act? This is something I've never really talked about in depth, but like, when I've had these dark thoughts, and I've had these dark thoughts a lot, you think about, I personally thought about like how it would impact other people, because for me, I've always kind of said that it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But then you think about the people that it leaves behind, and that becomes a permanent, again, not just a permanent, it's not permanent just for you, but it's permanent for the people around you, and the impact it has on them. And that's such a scary thought. And the idea that it has an impact beyond just you. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but it's really evoking that in me. We're only a minute into the song, and I already paused it like 3 times. Whoa.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless, my mother, can't keep in my supper.
Wow.
Skin so pale.
Is he talking about like bulimia? Like, is he like, won't stay down, it keeps coming up? Like, I know that's not what he said, but like, that's the imagery. I'm the type of person who eats my feelings. I've never talked about this, but there was a point where I would make myself throw up, and this was years ago, but because I didn't want to gain weight, but I also wanted to eat the food I wanted to eat the food to help with the feelings, but then I didn't want to have to gain the weight, so I threw it up, because otherwise, if I gained weight, that would make me feel worse, and then I'd eat more. Oh, it's such a cycle. It's crazy how it's not even what he's saying. Like, he's not saying what I'm saying, but that's what I went through. And just hearing someone talking about what they go through can help you deal with what you're going through, or you can relate to it through what you went through, even if it has nothing to do with their journey. Don't do that, by the way. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help you. It's really bad for you. Really, really bad. Not that I need to tell you that. Sorry. This is a weird reaction. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side.
Really like this song.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
I see now I'm experiencing a lot of like nostalgia. I'm remembering a lot of the things that I've dealt with personally. Again, hearing someone talking about what they go through can help you to deal with what you're going through. And I have talked about it a little bit. So obviously I talked about what I just was saying with throwing up. But there was a period for about a year and a half to 2 years where I didn't eat for weeks, for a week at a time. Every now and then there would be a time where I didn't eat for a week. And that was because I just I needed to lose weight. For my mental health, I needed to lose weight. I was so sick of being overweight. And it was not only that, but I just didn't have the money. I was in a really rough time where I didn't have enough money to live. And the money that I did have was money that I spent on, keeping a roof over my head, paying the rent, and paying for electricity. These things that are more important, these things are more important and I value more than eating. And I don't do that anymore. But that was a really rough time for me, and it really messed with my mental health, and no one should ever have to go through that. And know that there are resources out there. If you can't afford food, that you can get food. And I'm so thankful for, there's a local food bank that helped me when I was in a really bad place and I hadn't eaten for 12 days, and I was very hungry, and they just gave me 2 packs of food. And I remember asking, because I went there and I asked if they had any food, and I thought maybe I'd get like a meal or I might get some small thing, and they gave me 2 big bags of food, and I cried. And it was such a hard time for me, but I'm so thankful now that I know that that's there, that that's a resource, and I can share that with other people, because no one should ever have to go without food, because it's not good. It's not good, And again, it's not that I wanted to just to lose weight, but it was kind of a side effect because I didn't have the money to buy food. Well, I didn't have food, so I lost weight. And while I had lost weight, I wasn't in a good place mentally, physically, and no one should ever go through that. Again, this has nothing to do with the video. This is just something I went through, and I'm sorry. Back to the video. It's just really, and that's the power of strong imagery and really beautiful artistry, is sharing your experience can help other people with their experience. So that's, I guess, what I'm trying to do, is share what I went through and, give you tips to try and make sure that you never get there, because there's always someone out there that can help.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's a rough one.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
What is this?
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hers. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Oh. That that just wow. That's just completely changed everything.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut.
I mean, I was relating to these lyrics and I was just thinking, wow, this just so speaks to the inner truth, but then this next bit I think that got me.
I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped.
The night you jumped, that was like, it just changed. I didn't realize this was a song about someone else. I thought this song was about suicidal thoughts. I didn't really, I think the lyrics up until this point, for me at least, I didn't quite get. Like, there was a lot of imagery, whereas this is more like speaking to actual experiences. That is so... Wow, that's powerful. It reminds me of the song, Leave a Light On. You know, how it's about, losing someone you care about to drugs. This is so powerful. He has a way of really speaking his truth, and I think the way it sounds so raw at the end, it sounds like he just did it in one take. When you fall up into that point where you just words fail. I think words have failed me in this video. It just really speaks so hard, so true. Think about that sometimes vividly.
What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility.
That's it. It really shows how fragile life is. All it takes is one decision, one movement, one moment to just end everything and just change the course of everything. And that's, again, fragility is the perfect word. It's so... Oh, wow. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just me going, oh, but it's really... This is powerful. To anyone who's had dark thoughts, and to anyone who's lost anyone, to these dark thoughts, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry you have to go through that. No one should ever have to do that. But again, I fucking miss you, and I miss myself, because when you lose someone, you don't just lose them, you lose a part of you, because that part of you was a part of them. And I think I'm reminded of that one quote from WandaVision, because I'm a Marvel fan, where Vision says to Wanda, "What is grief if not love persisting or persevering?" One of those two. But that's just so true. and the love, you almost grieve for that part of you that you lost as well. Not just the person you lost, but that part of you that you lost. I've lost many friends, or not many, but I've lost people to cancer, suicide. It's so awful. I'm just so impressed at how Ren can capture this truth so vividly and so powerfully. I'm just blown away. Honestly, blown away. You do, because you remember that time where you felt... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep... Oh, this is going to be such a long reaction. That time where you felt indestructible. I remember that. I've said this so many times. There was a time in my life where I felt like I owned the world. Like I had everything at my fingertips. Like I was indestructible. I was a cocky little fucker. I'll tell you, I was a cocky motherfucker because the world was my oyster, and I don't feel that way anymore. Life kind of has this way of teaching you as you go on. But absolutely, I remember that time where I was indestructible.
Stevie and the fucking lads, I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is...
Oh! The distance is my plastic cast. Oh my god. It's true. Some of my best friends I've ever had, I don't talk to anymore. And it's never been that I, don't want to. It's never been that, like, it's never been hard feelings or anything. It's just that we've grown apart. We've lived our own lives now. But I guess that is such an amazing way of thinking about it. Is the distance is my plastic cast. The distance is the way I heal. The distance is the way I, can move forward, because that protects you. It protects you. It's a protection, I guess, as well. The distance is my plastic cast. Wow. But the truth is, there's nothing broken, so you don't need that cast. But we do it anyway. I never even call them up. I am the worst. I never call anyone. I don't want to impose or feel like I'm bothering anyone. Oh, this is so... this is what I'm saying. He has a way with words. It's insane.
But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker. I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works, 'cause I was late like a jerk.
The way the emotion is coming through is so beautiful and powerful and tragic.
I hope you're listening. I love you, man. I miss you absurd.
Power. Insane. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so impressed. That was powerful beyond belief. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. That was amazing. Tell me what you thought about that in the comment section below. Tell me, did it hit you as much as it hit me? Because it wow. I'm affected. I tell you. Ren, thank you so much for the powerful voice that you have, giving voice to such an difficult subject, but one that absolutely needs to be spoken about, And relating it, you made a song that not only relates to people who've had those dark thoughts, but people who've lost people to those dark thoughts, and that is a true gift, a true gift. Thank you, Ren. And thank you guys for watching this. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I hope you can find some other videos on my channel that you might like. If you do, subscribe, like the video, share, and I'll check you out in the next video. At least 7 videos a week. I'm committing to it. I'm loving YouTube. I hope you're loving the videos. I love you guys, and I love your work. Have an absolutely fantastic night. You are amazing.